All right, Jillian and I are going to show you a really simple method to experience your pelvic floor. So Jillian's sitting in this wonderful neutral posture, and she's sitting on a mini stability ball. So the pressure of the ball is targeting that network of muscles that make up the pelvic floor. So a few tips for sitting on this ball is you want to have a sense of your two sit bones dropping down and around the ball. You want to make sure that your tailbone is not being compressed by the ball, so you want to be back enough that the tip of the tail is just dangling slightly behind the ball, and the ball is forward enough that you can feel it just bump in to the underside of the pubic bone, the symphysis pubis. And this basically makes up the size and the scope of the network of muscles that comprise the pelvic floor. So apply all your breathing images that we teach you in our Pilates exercises, that concept of getting the rib cage expanding three-dimensionally, getting that feeling of being supported from inside. And now with the ball, you can use the ball as a target. So you want to have this image on your inhale, breathing all the way through the diaphragm, through the organs into the ball, and then on the exhale, applying that easy lift through the pelvic floor muscles to dome away from the ball, energizing the entire spine in an upward direction. So the ball is a great target, target for your breath. It's a great image to get that easy lift through the pelvic floor and help you feel that sense of support that comes from sitting on the ball, comes from using the breath and adding imagery of pelvic floor muscles, contributing to finding that healthy posture. And now Jillian's going to add a little bit of movement to that and do some pelvic rocking. So she can sense right now, and you'll be able to sense those two sit bones falling on either side of the ball. And now on your next exhale, as you're getting that lift in the pelvic floor, I want you, Jillian, to move the sit bones a little closer to the ball, bringing the tail under slightly, creating length in the low back. And then the inhale, you restore that neutral, spreading the sit bones away from the ball slightly, returning back to perfect posture. Exhale again, hugging the ball just gently with the sit bones, and make sure that this act doesn't take the upper body out of neutral. So you're not changing that upper body position as you change slightly, rocking the pelvis in the low back. So it's a very small motion, driven by the breath, using the sensation of the pelvis resting on top of the ball. The breath brings you to more neutral, optimum position, picturing the sit bones spreading. The exhale domes up, lifts the pelvic floor, and narrows the sit bones. All right, so doing this simple exercise, first, no movement, just a breath isolation, using the ball as a target, then adding that subtle imprint release, subtle rock in the pelvis, then coming off the ball and experiencing the sensation that you've just created by sitting on the ball is an excellent way to start any of your mindful movement sessions to get people, to get you connected to that deep local support, the breath, pelvic floor, which ignites that whole inner core stability that keeps you strong, keeps you safe, and allows you to reach your potential.